Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for January 12, 2024, child rushed to hospital following late evening collision. A young child was rushed to hospital late Thursday following a collision at the intersection of Knutsford Boulevard and Oxford Road. Reports are that at around 8:15 p.m., two cars, a silver Toyota and a black BMW, collided. The female driver of the silver motor car subsequently emerged from the wreck holding a child who was bleeding profusely from the head. She and the child were assisted to hospital. The male driver of the black BMW car appeared unharmed and was seen speaking with the police. Nearby parkgoers who flocked to the scene reported hearing a larger boom at the time of the incident. Accused in beating a 14-year-old Clarendon girl appear in court. The three women and the four minors who have been charged with the beating of a 14-year-old Clarendon girl were banned from social media, including the messaging service WhatsApp, when they appeared in the Clarendon Parish Court on Thursday. Senior Parish Judge Delia Finlay also placed a gag order on the accused, preventing them from discussing the matter in the public as she offered them bail. In addition, they are to submit any travel documents and avoid any form of contact with the victim and the witnesses. The adults, 52-year-old Pauline Hughes Smith, 36-year-old Fionn Millwood, and 22-year-old Amanda Anderson, were granted bail in the sum of $1.2 million each, while the minors, ages 15, 16, and 17, were offered bail in the sum of $600,000. All the adults were instructed to report twice weekly to the nearest police between the hours of 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., while the minors are to report once weekly. The teenagers were also given a curfew beginning 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. daily. They all are scheduled to return to court on March 26. They have all been charged with wounding with intent, assault occasioning bodily harm, and malicious destruction of property. It was reported that on December 20, 2023, the 14-year-old girl was beaten brutally along Holland Street in Denby, Clarendon, which led to her being unconscious. She was assisted to hospital, where she was admitted in serious condition. Following an investigation, the 6 females were taken into custody on Tuesday, January 2, while the lone male accused was arrested a day later. Outside the court on Thursday, the victim's aunt, Kaden Sims, told the news that it has been difficult for the family to cope since the incident. Those ladies are very wrong to what they have done. That child is so innocent. If you want to be in a friction with somebody, you could go and look for the mother. Why you beat the child like that? Said Sims. I want to see justice for my niece. My niece is in and out of hospital and my sister is very traumatized about this. It's 4 sisters and we have to try support her, encourage her, just to let her go on for her little daughter. In Jamaica, we are all women and parents, and it no look good for we as a mother stand up and see a war go on, and we come and join the war. Why those 2 ladies couldn't come and quash the war? It doesn't look good, and I don't support slackness in this country. That is total slackness, added Sims, a mother of 4 boys. She said her niece was treated like an animal, and that is difficult for her to accept. The worst part of it was when me watch the video and see them have my niece down a ground, and the little girl was like, "Help me." Every day me drive past where the incident happened, and me keep stopping and looking at my niece's blood on the ground. I am so upset. It leave a pain in my heart to know, say, is a woman doing all of this in the country, said Sims. Murdered man was wanted for rape and other crimes. A man who police had listed as wanted for offenses, including rape stemming from an incident more than 10 years ago in Hanover, was gunned down on Wednesday night after he eluded local law enforcement by moving to the United States. The man, identified by police as Vernon Shearer, 46, a resident of Mays Landing, New Jersey, was listed among Hanover's 10 most wanted up to 2022. Head of the Hanover Police, Superintendent Ian Mowat, confirmed that Shearer, otherwise called Van Dam, was listed as wanted for abduction, rape, illegal possession of firearm, and assault at a common law. Police said Shearer was being sought in connection with the abduction of 2 people, a man and a woman, on December 19, 2011. A police report said sometime between 1:10 p.m. and 11:30 p.m., the offenses of abduction, rape, illegal possession of firearm, and assault at a common law were committed against the two complainants at a Lower Rock Spring in Hanover. At that time, police said Shearer was a 34-year-old farmer and a resident of Upper Rock Spring in Hanover. Checks by the news revealed that Shearer was listed as wanted at least 3 times between 2020 and 2022 in connection with the 2011 incident. However, it is believed that Shearer fled the country and was residing in New Jersey. Reports suggest that he recently returned to the island as a visitor. A police report said about 9:40 p.m. on Wednesday, Shearer was inside a bar at the Cheapside near Junction in St. Elizabeth when gunmen drove up in a motor car, alighted from the vehicle, and shot Shearer several times in the upper body. The police said another man who was in a car in the vicinity of the bar was hit by a bullet as the gunmen fled the scene. Both injured men were taken to hospital, where Shearer was pronounced dead and the other man admitted for treatment. 2 arrested in Clarendon after discovery of alleged stolen items. A taxi operator and an unemployed man were taken into custody following an operation in Clarendon on Thursday morning. According to Clifton Green, Deputy Superintendent in charge of criminal investigations in the Clarendon Division, several household appliances believed to have been stolen were recovered during the search of 2 premises, one in Bushy Park and the other in North Street, Denby in the parish. Stoves, washing machines, television sets, computers, and other household articles reportedly valued at $1.5 million were recovered. The items were reportedly seized at the Bushy Park premises, which police say was being used as a store to sell the stolen appliances. Lawmen indicate that since the operation, some of the recovered items have already been identified by at least one complainant whose house was broken into and the items are taken. Meanwhile, DSP Green used the opportunity to remind the public not to support the criminals by buying their ill-gotten products. 10 Cubans found at the Trident Hotel ordered deported. The 10 male Cuban nationals who were charged with illegal entry after showing up at a hotel in Trelawney on Saturday, December 30, 2023, were ordered deported when they appeared in the Trelawney Parish Court on Thursday. The illegal entry charges against them were dropped. They have since been taken to a government facility where they are awaiting deportation. Reports are that the Cubans were discovered around 2 a.m. on the Excellence Resort property. The court heard that the men were headed for Florida in a boat which drifted into the Jamaican waters during turbulent weather. After the Cubans were spotted at the hotel, the police were alerted. Upon their arrival at the hotel, the cops took the men to the Falmouth police station. They were later taken to the Falmouth Public General Hospital before being taken into custody. AK-47 rifle and 120 assorted rounds of ammo seized in Salt Spring. The St. James police said they seized 1 AK-47 rifle, 4 magazines, and over 120 assorted rounds of ammunition during an operation in Salt Spring in the parish on Thursday. Reports from the Montego Bay police are that about 1:30 p.m., lawmen conducted an operation in the area, during which time the firearm, 4 magazines, 86 5.56 rounds, and 46 7.62 rounds of ammunition were seen in an open lot. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Investigations continue. Gregory Roberts, the man accused of murdering 15-year-old Shanika Gray in 2017, broke his silence in court on Thursday and in a brief statement denied any involvement in the girl's death. Roberts, who was called to the stand by his attorney, Leroy Equiano, made no mention of being present during the killing of the teen when he gave his unsworn statement in the St. James Circuit Court. This is consistent with a previous testimony provided on December 7 that in a caution statement to the police, Roberts had denied being at the scene of the crime. On Thursday, he again pointed the finger at Mario Morrison, his co-accused, who pleaded guilty to Gray's murder in September 2022. Under a plea deal, Morrison was sentenced to life in prison a month later. Roberts, who operates a taxi, testified that on the day in question, Morrison, who is otherwise known as a specie, called him and asked him to take him somewhere. He said when he went to make the pickup, 3 people were present: Morrison, a man and a woman. According to Roberts, when he indicated to Morrison that he was expecting him to be alone, Morrison replied that his friend and his girlfriend are traveling with me. Roberts said he was paid $2,000 to take the trail to Granville in St. James. He said he dropped them off across from a gas station and told them that they could call him when they were ready to leave from that location. I left right there and went to my baby mother in Mount Salem. And from my baby mother, I went to my ex-girlfriend's mother's house. And from her house too. That's it, stated Roberts. Gray, who was a grade 10 student, was found dead 3 days after being reported missing. She was last seen in Montego Bay while on her way home from the funeral of a schoolmate.
Audio